Good afternoon and welcome to Common Ground, an inside look at the Suffolk County Sheriff's Department. I'm your host, Steve Tompkins, Chief of External Affairs. Now, today, you must stay in front of your television for the next 30 minutes. Don't even go, no restroom runs, no snack runs, because we have two extraordinary ladies on the program today that's really going to educate us about mentoring, educate us about ways in which we can really comfort and take care of, educate, and further the ambition of the young ladies in our society. And my guest today is Deborah from the Big Sisters organization, and Charmain Jackson, one of the mentors at the Big Sister organization. And so we're going to talk about some great things, and you really do need to stay tuned. Listen to these ladies, and equally as important, after it's all said and done, pick up the phone, call them up. Ask them how you can help, okay? Go to their website and see some of the wonderful things that they're doing, because it really is, the Big Sisters organization is extraordinary, and these two ladies are just the cream of the crop. So without further ado, ladies, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you for coming on. Really appreciate it. I'm going to start with you first. Deb, tell us about the mission of the Big Sisters organization.
So Big Sisters' mission is to help girls reach their full potential through the guidance and support and continuous attention of a big sister like Charmain. So we served over 3,000 girls last year in Greater Boston, and we do it in a variety of ways. The idea is that a mentor gives a girl attention, she gives her guidance, and somebody who's consistently there for her. Because, you know, a mother, a father can't do it all. And for the girls, especially the girls in our city, they need someone who's there just for them. So we have a variety of programs to get women involved to be mentors.
When you talk about a tough economy, one in which we're living in now, when you talk about the breakdown of the family structure, and so you have single parents, you have maybe mom working 2 or 3 jobs with, you know, a couple of kids, it really is tough. And so I understand what you're saying about having that mentor. Charmain, why don't you tell us about how you came to be a mentor, and what does it mean to you?
Okay, great. I actually work in a juvenile court clinic, and I would write reports recommending that girls have a mentor, have a big sister in their life. And somehow I came across that the numbers were over like 300 girls on the waiting list, and that just shocked me, and I was like, okay, I'm recommending this, I need to step up and become more involved. So that was really the impetus for me getting involved with Big Sister. It's been a very rewarding experience. I've been involved with the program for 6 years, and with my current Big Sister for the last 5 years. We do a lot of fun things together, we have a great time. It's been wonderful watching her grow from a 9-year-old to this articulate, vivacious 14-year-old. She's amazing.
You know, the thing about kids that I found, I have 2 young kids, is that in addition to the love and the care that they get, they also really do strive, they look for order and discipline, you know, and in the absence of that, you know, any of us will wander, but if you have a young, imaginative mind, without someone like the 2 of you there basically to say, look, this is the right path versus the wrong path to take, that really is so meaningful. And it's, you know, it's the little things. You know, I remember stories and things that I did with my dad or my mom when I was in the 3rd grade, 4th grade. And it was little things that when I talk to them, they don't even remember having said that to me, but it was something that, you know, really inspired me, you know, to move forward. Deb, how did you become involved with Big Sisters?
I was really excited to know that that Big Sister needed a leader, that there was an organization in this city serving the girls of this city and focused just on their social and emotional needs. So when I heard that there was an opening, I applied for it and was very excited. And you know, I grew up in Rosendale, and I grew up with 5 older brothers, and I think I could have used a big sister, I'll tell you the truth. But so just to come into this organization that it's staffed by social workers, so we hire just professional social workers to work with our big sisters, so that we make sure that we're selecting the right person for that little girl, that we're training her, that we're supporting the big sister, and then providing ongoing support and training so that the match will last, because that's the indicator of success. So it's not just being a mentor for a day, it's being a mentor really for a year at least. You heard Charmain say she's been doing it for 5 years. The impact of that consistency of that relationship has a direct impact on that girl's confidence, competence, and caring. We know that if you have mentoring that's focused on the social and emotional needs of girls, it's a better model actually, than a mentoring model that focuses on tutoring. The academic achievement is even better, so that her social skills are improving, her academic skills are improving, and that's what we're looking for, is women that will, like Charmain, that will give the time to that little girl so that the impact will be there for her, and then she has a future ahead of us, so that she doesn't make the wrong choice.
Now, how do the young girls get involved with Big Sisters? Where do you pull them from?
So we serve girls of Greater Boston, although 65% of the girls we serve live in the neighborhoods of Boston. And many of them, most of them actually, are referred by their mothers. So the mothers are saying, you know, I need help. I see that my daughter needs attention. She needs that someone special in her life. So most of them come from mothers. But since we also do mentor in schools, we're in 18% of the Boston public schools, and we're in the elementary schools as well as the middle schools. So for that program, the referrals come from teachers and from guidance counselors who've identified girls that need that help. They may be shy, they may, not performing in the way that they could, because they don't have the confidence, because they might be distracted about what's happening at home. Right. So then they're referred to us through that school administrator. And in fact, that's a great program that women can get involved by school-based, because they could just spend 1 hour every week during their lunchtime with a girl at the school, spending time just talking to her, maybe helping with her homework, playing with her, getting to know her, and giving her their attention through the academic year. And again, we're seeing results and impact for that one academic year. But many Big Sisters return year after year.
And that's what I want to ask you. We have a video that I know that you brought along that we're going to show in a second. But before we get to the video, Charmain, I want to ask you this. Once you made the decision to become a Big Sister, take the audience through the process. How did you approach the organization, and what were the steps that led you to the little sister that you have?
Great, good question. So I sent in my application. Got a call, I can't remember how long, it was 5 years ago, but I remember going in and having an interview with a social worker. They really talked to me about what I was looking for in a little sister, what kind of girl I wanted, what kinds of things, hobbies and interests that I have. From there, then we had, I think they picked a little girl. They organized a time for me and her to meet with the social worker at her home, and Mom was there. And so we kind of met, at first it was a little strange, but, we started playing right away. And then once that, everyone felt comfortable with that, we just kind of took off from there. I remember our first activity we did, she was turning 9, and we baked a cake together and had a little birthday party. It was and I still have pictures of that today. It's so precious.
That's nice. Does she have siblings, or is she an only child?
She has an older brother, and she actually has she's now a big sister. She has a little sister who's 3 years old.
Your biological little sister.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I thought your little sister now has a little sister through the organization. No, yeah. All right, well, look, folks, what we're going to do is show you a brief video about the Big Sister organization, and on the other side, we'll come back and we'll talk to these ladies a little bit more. Here's the video.